And smiles, everyone, and welcome. So today I'm working on these images here, and I really like these images, and I want to make them into pages in my journal, but I want to make them more like a full page in my journal. So what I'm doing is extending them into a page. So I'm calling this extending a page in your journal. So these images, this one here I've already done, so I thought I'd show you how I'm doing it. And this particular image came from a calendar and I really liked it, so that's why I did that one. And this one comes from a calendar too, and I really like this image, and I just backed it with some coffee dyed or tea dyed paper so it can be journaled on. And how I do that when I have a large piece like this, and I'll use my glue stick. What is awesome, if you have a laminator, after you glue it on, I run it through the laminator and it makes a nice, even, flat, not wrinkled as much page. And it works really dandy, and it really adheres the paper that has you used the glue stick on. So today we're going to extend some of these pictures into a page. So, and what's really cool about it too is then, like this image, I want the one side to have all of that red kind of leafy thing that the bird is looking like he's carrying. So I didn't, if I folded it right in half, I would lose part of that, but I don't have to fold it right in half because I'm going to extend it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it where, just like that, I think I'll fold it. Okay, I'm just going to gently bend that. It's very solid now because I put that paper on the back, and this was quite a solid calendar page. And I see that I got a bit here that it folded a little rough, so I could put some washi tape on that if I so choose, but it's going to be sewed in, so it's probably not even going to be noticeable. So there we go. I folded it in half, and what I want to do is, a lot of my journals are the stand. I do pages in them, and they're 5.5 inches by 8, and by 8 or 8.5 by 8.5. So I want to extend this. So this one is 5 because of the way I folded it. So I want to put a 1/2 inch of something of paper on this side, and then this one is only 3 3/4. So I'm going to want 5.5, 3 so I want just under 2 inches on this side. So 1 3/4 inches on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to extend the bottom. So what I want to do first is extend out the sides. So I'm going to just put this one down over here. So I use, it's a great way to use up some of your scraps as well, right? So this scrap might work perfectly on this side. So I'm just going to measure it out Yeah, that's almost perfect on that side. So I'm going to just use my glue stick and glue this on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just use my ruler and tear it. So about there, I'll tear it. Keep that scrap versus another project. That's a bit long, but it doesn't matter that if you're not perfect, because I'm going to add something on the bottom. So I'm not too worried about it being absolutely perfect, because it'll look lovely when we're done. Okay, so actually I'm not going to use my glue stick. I think I'll use, because it's quite on the edge here that I want to have it, I'm going to just put a small bead of Alina tacky glue. Usually when it's thinner paper, I don't usually use wet glue because it can wrinkle the paper quite a bit. But seeing that this is just on the very edge, I like to have the strength of the Alina's tacky glue. So it's well adhered. And then I come down here and I'll just glue that on. And that extends it out. So, where did I put my scraper? I'm not sure, so I'll use my bone folder for the moment. It's on my desk somewhere. As usual, I got things spread out, so lots of times, oh, here it is right here. I'll lose things on my desk because they get buried. Okay, so see how that is extended out? And then this side, I need to add about 1/2 inch. So this is a little over that. Let's see, this one might work well. Well, this is about 1 inch, but that's okay. We can glue it on a little further onto the paper, onto our image paper. And again, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I just want it roughly the size of 5.5 is what I want to do. So that one about there. So I'm just going to put a tad of glue right there so I know how far over I want to go. And then I will use my ruler to tear this a little smaller. Go right about there. Go. So then I'm just going to add some tacky glue again. Just a very, very little tiny bit, because I don't want to have it too wet. And it doesn't need a lot to adhere to the paper because it's a thinner paper. Here we go. So I hope everyone's having a lovely day today. It's staying cozy in their home. Okay. I was going to say warm, but it depends where you're watching it. It might be too hot out, and other places it's cold, right? Because it depends where you are in the world. Okay. Well, that one, I want to move it up just a tad because because I can add to the bottom part is where I'm going to add. So I'm going to even that out a little bit. And I tore it a tiny bit too much, but that's okay because I'm going to add lace to the bottom like I did on the other one because I really like that look. But you certainly could use any kind of paper you want. The goal is to extend it, right? To extend the image into a page. So whatever you use, it's certainly your discretion of what you would like to use. But I'm just kind of liking these with lace on the bottom. Is what I'm finding I'm kind of liking with these two calendar images anyway. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we have it roughly 5.5, which is perfect. That's what I want on each side. So then you have your image, and I'm going to just add some glue here. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to perhaps sew, like I did on the other one. I sewed the lace on, but you don't have to sew. You could certainly glue. There is no reason you need to. So I just liked the look of the other one when it was sewn across. Excuse me, I'm going to just take a sip of coffee. My throat is quite dry today. Okay, so we have just over 6 inches, so we want it to be 8.5. I'm sure I did that with the other one too. Yeah, it's about 8.5 is what I want the length to be. So we are sitting at, so I need to put about 2 inches along the bottom. You could add to the top and the bottom if you so choose, but I'm going to just add to the bottom of this one. I have this lace here, which is really a pretty, well, it's eyelet. It's not really lace, is it? Okay, so I do like that, except it's too long. So let's see what else we got here. And I did dye some of it, so I could do it as a dyed, matching the page a little better. No, not liking that one as much. Let's see. I have this one too, because it has the image has the white in it. Oh, I do like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. I like that it's finished with the looping on the top. It's kind of nice. Then I had this one too, but no, I'm not going to use that one. This is what I used on the other one, which is nice too. But no, I think I'm liking this, and I think it's about right. Yeah, it's about 2 inches. So I think this would work really well right along here. So I'm going to add that to the bottom. I think I'm going to put it on this side, because I could also go this way, right? And have the finished edge on the other side. But I think I'm liking this on top. So I'm going to just cut this, and then we'll decide. I think right about, let's see. Yeah, right about there. Yeah, this is quite a thick lace. There we go. I could have got my sewing scissors, but these all-purpose scissors are really nice. And now I don't know where I put the, oh, there it is. For a minute there, I wasn't seeing where I had started this. Okay. Now this these little circles are quite thick. Okay. So we're going to put that right along there. And that should work really well. Let's see. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, that's perfect size for there. So I think what I'm going to do is tack it on with some glue, and then I'm going to put a stitch in it, I think, is what I'm going to do with this. Just run a stitch across it. So first I want to just, I'm going to just trim this little piece off down here, just because I want to. There. And then we'll add this on. So I'm just going to put a line of glue, just a little bit, because I'm going to sew this. But if you were gluing it, you could use Fabri-Tac because you're using lace, right? But Alina Tacky, depending how thick your lace is, Alina Tacky glue will also adhere it. And this is a little thicker, so I definitely am going to sew this one because it is quite thick. Okay, there we go. So then I'm just going to quickly sew that on. I'm going to take another sip of coffee. There we go. And I think I can just do a basic, I think I'm going to just do, well, maybe I should do a zigzag because it will give a decorative look to this side, right? What? Well, I didn't leave that sitting for long enough, but that's okay because I'm going to be sewing it anyway. It was just to tack it on while I was sewing it. Okay, I think I'm going to do a zigzag. I was going to just do a straight stitch, but I might as well do a zigzag because it'll be decorative on the other side. Okay, how come this isn't moving for me? There we go. And, okay. So then I'm just going to, let's go this, no, we'll go this way because there's less in the arm of the sewing machine then. So I'm just going to sew across here. That won't take too long. Oh, I should back stitch it a bit just to extra secure it on the end. Speed that up a little bit because we're just going straight across. This is quite thick with the paper and the thicker lace. So my needle was struggling a tiny bit, but it did just fine. In the end, I'm going to just back stitch it here so it's nice and secure. Okay. Oh, I'm liking that. That looks so pretty. And I used a lighter thread, so you probably can't see on the video the zigzag, but it looks good across there. So there we go. So I want to decorate it a little bit like I did the other one. I thought that would be kind of a nice thing to do. So let's see what I want to do to this one. I had made some buttons, and I thought I'd use some of these buttons on here. I'm gonna just see. Maybe I don't have. I don't think I have any blue. Oh, I have one blue one here. Oh, I don't really like that one. Not quite the right blue. Oh, here's a nice, this was just sitting on the side. I actually like that. I might use that on there. Okay. So let's see about, how's this button look? A little too green. No. I think maybe a yellow button, like this one. Might look nice there. Yeah, kind of like that. And we could put, oh, now, actually, I wonder if I have a smaller one. Oh, I do. Because I think it would look better with the smaller, a smaller button than that one. I do have some little ones here. These are just made out of cardboard, these particular buttons. Actually, I think I like it this way better, because that has a flower on it. And do I want it there? Or I could go over here with this one. Actually, I'm liking that. The bigger one on the right there, and I think maybe I'll put a little bit of thread through it, or yarn, and that would look really cute, is what I'm thinking. So I think what I'm going to use is some of this. So I could put some blue in there, couldn't I? That would look kind of cute. So I'm going to just take a piece of this, and I'm going to just thread it through on my holes here. I'm going to thread it through a couple of times, I think is what I'm going to do. Okay, be nice to me. There we go. Oh, that's quite a bit of white on it. I don't know. I wanted more of the blue, so I'm going to just save that for another project. See if I can get a darker blue. Yeah, this is better. This is much better. It's got a little bit more darker blue, because it's, you know, fades in and out of colors. This particular yarn. So there we go. And so how I did this, of course, was I cut out some circles making these buttons, and then I colored them the color that I wanted, and then I put embossing powder on top. I used a really thick embossing powder because I really liked the finish it gave. Almost looks like you lacquered these buttons with the thick embossing powder I used. I think it was Tim Holtz thicker. I'm not quite sure what it's called. It comes in the bigger bottle, and it's a thick, heavy embossing powder for projects that you want a lot of embossing on it, a lot of shine, a thickness to it, almost makes it like a glossy accent kind of look. Okay, we'll go through to the back and then up to the front one more time, just so we get a nice look of blue thread on here. If it'll go through, it's of course, there's more, the more thread, the smaller the hole is getting, right? And I'm just clumsy too. Great. Or I got clumsy fingers today anyway. Okay, I didn't sleep all that well last night, so that's probably why. And I can't even tell you why I didn't sleep that well. I just once in a while have a night like that where I just have a tough time going to sleep. Usually when I do fall asleep, I stay asleep. But then sometimes I wake up too early and it's like, darn it, there's no going back to sleep now. That can also happen. But I know there's lots of people out there that have broken sleeps, and I really feel for you, for people that, you know, they can only sleep a couple of hours at a time, and then they wake up and they toss and they turn. And it seems to be that women seem to do that more than men, don't they? But I have never had that problem, so I'm very fortunate that when I do go to sleep, most of the time I sleep a good 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours, which I hear is supposed to be the right amount of sleep to get. Okay, so I'm going to just tie this in a knot. And I don't know if I want it in a bow or just, you know, in a knot. I'll put it in a bow, and maybe what I'll do is if I don't like the bow, I'll just cut the bow and we'll have 4 strands instead of 2 strands to our knotted part. Okay, so we'll just get this down to a bow. Let's see if I like that. Actually, I don't mind the bow on this one, so I think I am going to stick with the bow, and I'm going to just knot the bow if I can. It's such a small bow. No, I'm not going to knot that because it's quite a small bow and I can't really knot it. It would be quite fiddly to knot that. The loops together, I mean. Okay, so then I'm just going to cut that off. So we just have a cute little bow. There we go. All right, we can use those threads probably to do something else with them. Okay, so I'm going to just put a tad bit of glue on here just to tack this nice and close to the top of the button, and that way my bow is secure too, right? Now this will dry clear. Alina's Tacky Glue always dries clear. Okay, so I like that. That would turn over like up there a little bit. There. Okay, do we need any? And I think I will put this along the edge. could put that button there. And I don't think I'll put thread in that button because it's got the decorative flowers on it. You know, I don't know if I like that. Like that ribbon now on there with these here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put one of those. I'll put another button maybe. Yeah. Actually, I like that better. So I'm going to just adhere these buttons on. But of course, you can decorate your page any way you want, or you don't have to decorate them. If the image is you just want to highlight that image completely, you certainly don't have to decorate. You can just extend the page. But I had a lot of white space, so I wanted to decorate this a bit. Was the feeling I had. So you could use, these are metal, so you could use E6000 on them if you want. But I'm going to just use this Alina glue because I'm going to have a lot of time to just leave it to dry. And this will be strong enough on the page to keep the button on. And I'm not going to put, as you can see, I'm not putting any thread in that one either because it's quite decorative and I like that. Oh, this button's a little thicker, so well, I'm gonna put it, it's gonna be fine with the Alina's tacky glue, so I'm gonna put that on there. So that is that side of this one. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna just turn it over. And let's see if we want to do anything to this side, which I definitely do. What happened to that ribbon? Maybe that ribbon would be better over here because I put it along there, hey? Maybe. And I have these flowers that I made. I wonder if I have any blue. There's a lot of green, so I don't think so. And yeah, there's a lot of green here, not a lot of blue. Like there's some blue here, which is pretty. I might use that. Let's see. Again, I might get rid of that ribbon. I'm really kind of liking that one, and doesn't really go with that ribbon. I guess that ribbon is just not meant to be on this page. But that's part of the creative process, right? Is trying things to see if you like them or not, or if they speak to you. Oh, I like that one on there too, even though it's green. I think I want to do 3 of these. If I have another one that would work, would be awesome, because this one too has the little bit of blue there, but I'm not sure with the 2 black, unless I went like that. No, and I want that one there definitely, so maybe I should do the blue one instead of that one. And let's see if I got anything else in this that works. No. Of course, I'm going to be 1, 2 short in what I'm looking for. Oh, here's a blue one that's made with book page, but is it 2 off? That would look really nice there too, wouldn't it? So if I take that off, we do something like that, and then we could do a button or something right here, couldn't we? I think that would look nice too. So let's see about what we got here for buttons and such. I think we would have to go yellow again because I don't have quite the I'm just going to put these flowers back in the bag. They're all over the place now. There we go. So, all right. We could go with, let's see. Oh, excuse me. No, I don't like that. Let's see what the yellow would look nice, but that one is definitely too small. So let's see. We have, those have a lot of green. That has a lot of green, though it's quite sparkly. Let's see what that looks like. No, it's too something. Too something. Maybe we should go up there with that. Let's see about a big ear and being yellow like that. We could put blue in there. You know, I'm not like it. Those aren't speaking to me at all. Okay, so those are out. We could go with a metal. Except for I would like a little bit bigger than what I've got here, I think. That one's really pretty. But I don't know if it's big enough, right? Oh. Actually, I don't mind that one. Let's see about this one. Yeah, I guess I'm staying with the button theme, aren't I, guys? Well, button and flower, this one will be. No. So far I'm liking that the best. I think I'm going to go with that, and what I'll do is put a little bit of cheesecloth under here, maybe. Let's see. I thought I had some beside me here. Just give me a minute. I'm going to just check. Yeah, I have some right here. So if I put a little bit of this under that button, I think it would look really cute. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. So there we'll just keep that because that'll definitely come in handy. So we're going to put that button right about there, I think. Let's put the button on first, and then we'll decide with those flowers. I really like that button right there. So I'm going to just put a bunch of glue on here and put my cheesecloth type. This isn't actually cheesecloth. This was something I had got at the Dollar Tree at Halloween time, and it was supposed to be like to make a spider web kind of thing with it. And they had this color, then they had black too, I believe. But I thought, oh, this is an interesting fiber that could work really cool in a journal. And I'm finding it's quite nice for layering, right? Okay, so we'll put some tacky glue on the back of here and adhere that right to it. Just like that. I really like how these buttons that I made had turned out. That I may make some more and put them in my shop if people are interested. Ooh, I like that there. You know, I don't know if I want a flower over on that or not. Maybe I'll put something else there because I like that flower right there. And perhaps we could put like a label or something. Let me just check real quick here. See if we have something that would work for there. I have a bunch of labels here. Oh, wait. I think I just seen something that might be cool on there instead of a label. I have these. So that might look cool right there. Oh, yes, and I have some blues. Look at that. Yeah. So we could put that there. And they're just like a wax seal, but not. And they got letters on them. So, let's see. It doesn't really matter what the letters are, I don't think. It's just like they're slightly different colored, each one. Lighter one and a darker. Oh yeah. And then we'll put one there. I think that would look really cute. So there's sort of a gray. This is kind of grayish, and I don't know if I like that or not. Well, I certainly don't like it there. So how about we go here with that one. There we go. Yeah, that was just the perfect thing to add in that white space, wasn't it? There we go. And then we'll add our flower down there, or do we need it at all? Well, we don't need it, but do we want it? I should say. Or we could also just follow through with more of those, right? Could put one right on top of there. No, don't like that. No, I think I'm going to put the flower on. I do really like that flower. And let's see, should we put some behind it too? I kind of like it. So I'm going to put this on too, underneath the flower. And then this one is all done. This page. So that's how you extend a page, guys. And like, you can decorate it or not decorate it. It's totally up to you. I wanted to decorate them because I think it looks, well, I just wanted to. I think it looks really nice, the decoration on these particular pages. But it will add a bit of bulk in a journal, but I'm okay with that. So it'll all depend on what you're wanting, right? And I had no particular journal at this point for this. Sometimes I love working on pages when I get an idea, and then I put them in my stash, and then they always seem to, it comes to a point that I can put them in a journal. I'm thinking I might put a piece of washi tape on that, just because I want to. So let's see what we've got over here for washi tape. I have some right here. Like, there's this blue, but I don't think I like the checkered. And this is more of a cloth kind of washi tape. It's fabric tape is what it is. So those are fabric tapes. Okay, let's see if I got anything in here that would work nice on there. I'm not seeing any really. I want sort of a blue touch, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there we go. But I don't know if that'll be wide enough. Or we could do, the gold would look good on there too. Let's see about this one, because I do like the flowery, like the blue on that. Actually, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna see about putting this on there, and that page will be done. I'm gonna just run this over my glue stick, because I always try to do that with washi tape, because it's not always got the strongest adhesive on it, right? And that's the point with washi tape, is that you can move it around, is what is so nice with washi tape, till you decide where you want it. But I find this is the easiest way to add that extra adhesive that you tend to need. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Frog in my throat. I've been talking quite a while. Okay, so we'll go like that, and hopefully that folds over nice. Which it does. There we go. You're not going to see a lot of this anyway, because it's going to be sewn into your journal, but that's okay. And you can see more on this side, and that's what I wanted. This side needed a little more something, and that just adds a little something. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut off the excess here. And that one's done. Okay, now the other ones I have are could stand on their own for sure, depending on the journal, but I wanted to make them into an extended page, and they're quite interesting little images. They're very vintage, right? And yeah, I just wanted to show you these images. So I'm basically going to do the same thing as I did with this one and this one. And I don't think I'll keep you anymore today, because I'm sure you guys get the idea of how to extend your page. I really like the lace bottoms of these pages, and then you'll have all this room to journal on when you're in your journal, right? And so this is the one we did together. And I think it turned out really cute. And like I said, you do not have to decorate when you're extending the page, but I just wanted to with these two for sure. That's where I'm thinking these ones, I may not decorate, because I may not want to take away from the image at all when I'm extending the page. But anyways, that's all today, guys. I hope that I showed you something new here. If not, because I'm not sure, with all the channels out there, there certainly can be other people that have shown how to extend a page. But I hope it was helpful. And please like and subscribe. And if you press that notification bell, it'll let you know when I'm putting out a new video. And we will talk to you and see you all soon. Bye for now.